What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's another week and we're getting started on a bunch more cars and some of our old ones. Picking up the camera a little late today, but been working diligently on our Haltech Terminator. Man, every time it's just something with this car. A little something stupid, but it's always something. Everything is set up in the Haltech. It's up and running. Started to kind of run through the gears and get all the fueling situated on it, but unfortunately the alternator is not charging, so it's going to come back off the dyno. We got to assess that, and then it seems to be running a little warm, so we're going to look into that. Even though we just changed the thermostat out, may be an issue with the water pump, not really sure. The car's been sitting a while before the Haltech, so we got to check into that. Got this 281 Celine that dropped off this morning. There's a diag. Man, unfortunately, and you know what, I'm gonna speak on it because I think it's something that happens a lot. It's very frustrating, and you guys leave a comment down in the comment section below if you agree with me. Firestone, stop people. Man, I looked at the work order on this dude's car. He originally dropped it off to have tires put on it. They said it had a charging system problem. Told him he needed a battery and an alternator, and then that his front cover was leaking. They replaced the front cover with a new one. Whenever they replaced it, they broke the sensors. They charged it for a sensor, new wiring harness. Like, you charge the customer for parts that you broke? That's absurd. That's crazy. Any mechanic shop, when you guys break something, it comes out of your check. You replace the customer's part. It's just appalling to charge the customer for a part after you broke it. Like, that's just nuts. But anyways, I digress. Customer complaints was obviously one. Checked the vehicle over. Firestone wrecked it while they had it. There's damage in the front end. Customer complaints was supercharger was making noise, and basically just go over what they did. The wiring, they didn't heat shrink the stuff. They just put it together, put the heat shrink over it, didn't shrink it. The front cover's still leaking, so that wasn't done properly. There's RTVs oozing out everywhere, like if they didn't take the time to clean it right. And less is more when it comes to RTV. You learn that. What else was going on with this thing? So we diagnosed the supercharger. The noise isn't coming from the supercharger. It's in the driveline and the clutch region is where the noise is coming from. And like I said, it's still leaking and a few other small things. So we did a write-up on that. That one's all situated. We'll call the customer in the morning, have them come in, we'll discuss everything with them, and hopefully we can get Firestone to give him some money back, because they royally screwed that poor man. But anyways, what else do we got? Oh, we got this one dropped off. You guys should have already seen this car dyno. I'm not sure if I filmed it or not. I think I did. Anyways, we tuned this one a couple weeks ago. Put the link in the description up here if I find it. It's just a bolt-on car. I think intake, headers, exhaust, and a cam. I noticed when I was tuning the car, the customer said he got the cam put in 2017. I noticed when I was tuning the car when it was idling and stuff that it was real ticky. You know, everybody knows the old Hemi tick. But I said, man, let's go in here. I said, I know it's a manual car. I said, so you don't have to change the lifters from the factory. I said, I bet whoever installed the cam didn't change the lifters out. I said, so we're gonna go ahead and go in here, even though this car does not have a ton of miles. Beautiful, by the way. We're gonna go ahead and go in here and put a set of Hellcat lifters in, and then I'm gonna check the pushrod link, you know, due to the cam, because, you know, most guys aren't even checking the pushrod link. They're just getting the cams from whoever they get them from, and they just slap them in there and call it good. And a lot of times they are good, but that doesn't mean they're 100% right. You could be losing power from the valve not opening all the way, or whatever the case may be. So we like to do it right here. So we're gonna put a new set of lifters in that thing, check the push rod link, order him a set of custom push rods if need be, or put the ones that he's already got back in if they're within spec. So that's what we got kicking around on this Monday. Our day is almost over with. We got that Celine diagged. We made some progress on the Terminator, and then John is starting to make some more progress on our Coyote build. And then I also came in this weekend when I was off, and I pulled the transmission out of the race car. So Got the old dog box out of her. Found some issues with the clutch fork, so I gotta order some parts. We'll get that addressed because we got the new twin disc going into the car. And I got the cylinder head back from the machine shop. Clean bill of health, all good there. Didn't hurt the cylinder head when it started to push a little bit and blew out the gasket. Not all the way, it started to blow it out. Caught it early, thank God. Didn't make that extra pass. And then our nitrous car out there. That car is all done. And we should be getting the bottle back tomorrow. I dropped it off this morning to get filled. So that car will be hitting the dyno tomorrow. And we'll get that thing tuned out. So, see you guys tomorrow. Alright guys, so we've got our nitrous car strapped down. And we've already made our first tug on it. So our baseline pull, 408 horsepower, 461 foot-pounds of torque. John went and picked up the nitrous bottle for me. So we got it plumbed in, and I don't know if you can see the steam rising. Woo! The Joker's warming up. So we're gonna get the bottle warmed up. I've got the car plumbed already for a 50 shot. So here in a second we're gonna make another run, naturally aspirated with the system on, bottle closed. Make sure that our air fuels dip down richer, proving that our nitrous solenoid or our fuel solenoid is working. Once we can prove that, then we'll go ahead and turn the bottle on, get our pressures where we want them, and make our first nitrous pull. I do need to call the customer because I don't remember what the final shot he wants in this thing. It's just a window switch. It's the WinMax. It is not a progressive spray, so it's just going to slam the motor with the nitrous. So we normally don't run anything more than 100 shot on a window switch like that. So I'll shoot it with the 50 and then give the customer a call, let him know what it made, and then see if he wants to bump it up to 75 or 100, and I'll get the car tuned out, see what kind of power it makes on that. Alright guys, first nitrous hit, nice and clean. Everything looked good. 50 shot. Focus. Netted us 57 horsepower. So you can see it. We got the shot coming on at 3200 and then shutting off at 5500. So right on par there. We'll go ahead and carry that out a little bit closer to 6,000, but you know, we try to keep it away from the shift point. And that's what's up. Everything's working as it should. So I'm gonna call the customer, find out what he wants the final number to be, and then we'll put that jetting in there and get this tune wrapped up. Okay guys, so I made another tug with the nitrous off, made some more changes for an all motor file for him, and from the baseline pull of 409 we made 421 for the all motor tune. I went ahead and built a little bit more of a nitrous tune, and we changed the jetting from a 50 shot to a 75 shot. So put some heat back in the engine, and we're gonna go ahead and make a tug. So I'm not exactly sure where I left off with you guys, but yesterday afternoon we got the heads off the Challenger, and this morning we came in and we were about to start pulling the lifters. Well, we did start pulling the lifters so we could swap in the new ones, and John found a problem. Here they are. So start pulling the lifters, and as you can see, no problem, no problem, no problem. Uh-oh. This one is locked up. So it was definitely, super oily. It was definitely a good thing. After got done tuning this car, I told the customer, I said, man, it is really ticky. You know, he had this cam installed in 2016 or 17, I believe. And I said, man, I'd like to go in here and put a set of Hellcat lifters in and check pushrod link, because it's pretty noisy. And lo and behold, that'll definitely make some noise. So good thing it was caught early. Looks like we got damage to the lifter, which most likely means we have damage to our camshaft as well. But at least it didn't catastrophically fail and take out his engine. So hopefully we're going to be able to just pull the cam out, obviously drain the oil, and you know, wash out the oil pan, make sure there's no contaminants in the motor, and hopefully we can. We probably can't save the cam. Most likely it's damaged severely, but that'll be to be seen. We'll have to get a new cam and then put this thing together. So I'm waiting to hear back from the customer so I can inform him of what we found, and then we'll figure out a game plan. So for now, this project's on hold. Our Whipple Mustang is coming together. John's doing a great job on getting this thing back together. And our nitrous car got finished up yesterday. I've recorded the last run, but I didn't show you guys horsepower, I don't believe. So on a 75 shot, let's see if I can get this computer to wake up. So you can see the results. So this 421, I did some more tuning on the all motor side, which I talked about. But then I'm just comparing graph wise the all motor versus the nitrous pull, and you can see it, boom, 3200 nitrous kicks. And then as you can see versus where I showed you earlier, you see the nitrous shuts off at around 5800, a little couple hundred RPM before the shut. So, oh, you gotta get that. Okay guys, so we did get the cam out of a Challenger that had the bad lifter, and so all the cam bearings look good, and on the camshaft itself the only damage that we see is on the cam lobe with the bad lifter. So doesn't appear to be any cam damage on where the cam bearings ride or on any of the other lobes on the camshaft. And we already spoke with the customer. He came in this morning, dropped money for a new, we believe he had this installed back in 2017, so he doesn't remember exactly which cam it is, but we were able to look it up by the part number. It is a Comp Cam 270. So we have a new Comp Cams 270 camshaft coming for this thing, and as soon as we get it, we'll put it in with our Hellcat lifters and get this thing back on the road. But in the meantime, for now, we're at a standstill on this one, so we're going to carry on with our Whipple charged S550. We are finally back on our Project C5 with our Power Glide. So as you can see, we have our Power Glide finally mounted to our cradle. And then we have started installing our Carlisle Racing 15-inch conversion hubs. We got all the hubs, new hubs assembled. Still got to tighten this bolt down, and and then we can get our axles in, we can put our upper arms on, and we're waiting on fluid so we can fill our converter, get that installed, and then we'll go ahead and put our torque tube on. But we are getting close to putting this thing back in the chassis. So guys, as we round out our week on our Friday, I forgot to pick up the camera this morning, but we went ahead and took care of this 5.0 2018. We did a rear diffuser on it. Customer's about to leave in it, so I'll let you hear this thing on its way out. We bring this Friday to a close. Let me show you what we got accomplished. Our cradle is back up in, and our power glide is in the car. So we still got quite a bit of work ahead of us, but it's back up in there. So now we can make some more forward progress on that thing. It's gonna be a monster when it's finished. We got LJ's Mustang. Hold on, let me turn the fan down. We got LJ's Mustang back in here, and we did some wiring repair. So we put a new plug here on the coolant temp sensor. Got that soldered in, and then we also soldered in a new TPS plug. So got those cleaned up, put a fresh set of wires on her. So this thing is getting one step closer to being put on the dyno and getting tuned. We're still waiting on a wideband sensor and a few other small items, but this thing's getting close. Our camshaft will be in next week, so we can put this one back together. I think it comes Monday or Tuesday. And then hold the clutch out of the Neon, which I think I showed you guys that. Not sure. But we're preparing to get the old twin disc installed. So that's what's been shaking. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, share, subscribe. We'll see you next week. Oh, real quick, waiting to hear back from HP Tuners on this one. May have to send the ECU back to them. But anyways, we'll see you guys next video. Peace.